Stoudemire and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right.
Yeah. But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less?
First free. All free throws good from Reyes.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
On defense, the Knicks. Outside Irving. Beyond the arc. From beyond the arc, and then some.
You know, Kyrie is one of the best finishers in the league, but trust me, he enjoys the 3 ball.
Ingram outside. Here's Reyes. And the shot is long. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Inside. Here's Allen. And slam top by Allen.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. First quarter, just over a minute played. Nobody near Irving. No good from outside. Here's lights out. He's covered by Irving.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
On the wing, Irving. Misses the 3. Irving's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Reyes, the pass to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. Hits it from 3-point range. Irving's got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's lights out. 38 points for him last game against Phoenix.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell he takes pride in that part of the game.
Now here's Jordan. And the rejection by Paulie Stein.
Paulie Stein in great position to reject that shot.
Here's Allen. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. And that one's good, Irving.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now Harris, after the missed 3 from Reyes. Harris looking it over. Now the pass to Irving. Jordan kicks to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Harris dishes to Allen. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the paint, here's Randall. No good, shot missing. Good D by Irving. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Jordan dishes to Irving. Back to Jordan. Pass to Harris. And on the way from Irving for 3. That shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Here's lights out. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Pass to Stein launches a three. No good from Reyes.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Rockets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And you know what the Knicks, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
New York, no good that time either. And Greg, take the day. Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein as he's up and over the top of everyone.
The Nets on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Irving passes to Jordan. Nets passing it around. Pops it up for Jordan. And that one is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Passes to Reyes. Fires the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harris outside. Dishes it to Allen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Cauley Stein.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And Allen drops them both. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there.
But to me, that may be the most important, like every game they do. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational.
That's leading by 7. And the first time out called of the game for Brooklyn. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
And you want to respond in kind, but that last game was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. You ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Lights Out. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Just over 6 steals, and he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you. 94 feet does not give you an inch.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 19-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. After the miss from Reyes. Dinwiddie with it. Now defended by Randall. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. To the middle. The pass to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on R.J. Barrett. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And he can't hit the second.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Here's Reyes. And again, New York with the triple.
So that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Reyes, the pass to Gallinari. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at New York. What a run they've had this year in first place and seemingly a will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Brooklyn. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And right now for the Nets, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Reyes, and it's sent back by Allen. Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Pass to Reyes. Got a piece of it. Allen with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Here's Musa. Now Irving. He had 27 points last game. Musa can't hit. Knicks trail by 8. Here's Reyes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the strike.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the strike in that last game.
Both free throws good from Reyes. And for the Nets, they're shooting pretty efficiently out there. It is 40% in the first quarter. Here's Irving. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Reyes.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on. What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Nets leading by 4. Irving looking over the floor. Irving double team. Allen outside. Pass to Musa. Trying to shoot. And it's Allen shooting it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And it's Baines missing.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the in one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Musa. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the layup's good off the glass. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
New York calls timeout. The defensive rules are different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the handshake.
Handshaking.
Passes it to Reyes. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Lights out's got the lead up to 4 now for New York.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Barrett is out there with lights out. Then there's Paulie Stein. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Ingram in the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
And the foul called on Jared Allen. his first 5.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And the Knicks with possession here. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Reyes. And again, New York with the triple.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harris with it. Now defended by Randall. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. But they get it down. Here's Jordan. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Suns was superb. He dropped in 38 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up and banks it in. And Dinwiddie's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Reyes. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Knicks lead by 6.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Jordan finds Dinwiddie. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Got that one up quick. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the pace. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Harris outside. The pass to Musa. Dinwiddie outside. Launches it. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
And you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Harris outside. And the Nets miss again. New York leading by 11. A 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 40% from the field. Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's tightly guarded. On the way, Harris. He's covered by Ingram. Shot to stop the run. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Reyes. Here's Cauley Stein. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back ball here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Dinwiddie outside. To the inside. Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. The shot's good from Reyes.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Billy Cauley-Stein for that shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Brent, The league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would you say that? We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There's going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. In terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from Draymond Green or Marcus.
There's no doubt. No good from Reyes.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. And he goes in with his shot.
They're just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Here's Reyes. And again, New York with the triple.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Dinwiddie outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump. They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
1:39 left to play here in the half. Pass to Harris. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie. The Knicks leading by 14. Reyes, the pass to Randall. Here's Davis. And again, New York with the triple.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he slams it one-handed.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Musa. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and try to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now, here's Dinwiddie. T right on him. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Down low. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Randall. The lob to Gallinari. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. 2 on the clock.
Like watching Randall get down, use that frame, and use those feet to move around defensively.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And more than anything, there's... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from lights out.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. Harris is out there with Jared Allen. That's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Nets trail by 15. And here's Harris from the arc. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nets. to the left wing. Barrett the pass to Reyes. Target from three-point range. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. A nice shot by Harris.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
To the wing on the left. Puts it up. No good from Reyes.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
No good from Irving.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from Reyes. Lights out's got 38 points.
There you go. Finally getting him on the drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. The Knicks leading by 12. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Reyes. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. On its way from Irving for 2. Randall grabs the board. Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. To the paint. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. Number 1, the Knicks.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Here's lights out. He's covered by Irving. Cauley Stein passes to Reyes. And got it! Another basket.
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season. Now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in 63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
Harris against Ingram. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
The Knicks leading by 13. Here's lights out. 43 points in the game. Good. From 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And it's lights out with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Second half.
New York's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Soda. So shot misses. Prince with the defensive effort.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
2 points. That one goes. Moose's got 6 points in the quarter.
More and more signs of the skill set of Torian Prince as he finds an open teammate.
And a four-year player at Baylor, Torian Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Nets trail by 15. There's the steal. Here's Reyes. And the layup call. Lights out's got 48.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Musa passes to Irving. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 20 points.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Reyes. And good. There's another.
One more 50-point game from him as he continues to move towards the top spot.
I have never seen a season like this. Over and over, he continues to explode on the offensive end.
The top spot for most 50-point games in the season comes from the scoring year of all scoring years. Wilt Chamberlain's amazing.
Another bucket. Wow.
Scoring at a historic pace. What a treat to watch this young man play.
And right now, tied for second all-time scoring in a season.
And to see his name sitting alongside the great Wilt Chamberlain, obviously elite company.
Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Eric comes in for Smith. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Torian Prince. Nets trail by 21. Here's Musa. 8 points for him. Harris outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Claxton the pass to Musa. Here's Claxton. Pass to Musa. To stop the run. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Randall.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And that one's good, Irving.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And again, New York turns it over. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
They get it again. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's lights out with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for New York. And the Nets making a change here as well. Allen's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Here's Musa. And the Nets miss again. New York leading by 19. Reyes advances to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, got the momentum. Randall's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Passes it to Reyes. From downtown. The putback, DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Irving from long range. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Knicks lead by 21. We're going to step aside. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with
Great job on defense, Chief.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Julius Randle is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Barrett. Then there's lights out. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. Irving passes to Allen. Pops it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Here's Reyes. From outside, off the mark.
And all the skill used on that crossover. You might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game. It's so hard to guard without foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. New York leading by 17. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Musa with the bucket.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score. He felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Outside Jordan. Here's Irving, and he converts the layup. Irving's got 26 points.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
And stolen by Jordan. Up the floor. Goes up, and then Allen slams it in.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Harris, right side. Outside Irving. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Reyes. Hits the three-point bomb. Lights out's got 56 points in the game.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Irving passes to Harris. Here's Musa. Pulls up on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And New York making a change here. Ingram's checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Dinwiddie's checked in. He got it again! Sensational! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Reyes. Again, and an avalanche. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him at this point.
Here's Irving. Connects in the foul line jumper. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his third foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Reyes. No good that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D. up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And he's going up for the alley-oop, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he jams it with authority.
And your point guard's gotta be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Trying to get open is Randall, and it's blocked by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got the fast break chance, but they recover it. Ingram comes with the double team. In the corner, it's Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Well, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over. What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Ball's got loose. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Irving.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
New York calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, to maximize every possession.
It's got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Passes to Reyes. They double him with Irving. New York moving the ball around. Barrett wide open. He fired. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Knicks lead by 21. Irving with it. And they get it. Dinwiddie outside. 6 to shoot. It up for Jordan. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Barrett. Trying to get open as Randall. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 9 points now in just the second half. And on the way from Irving for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
And the pass to Randall. Here's lights out. Stolen by Allen. Harris passes to Jordan. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 6 assists now in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Reyes. Jordan with some nice deep.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Side Irving. Dinwiddie drives in. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
They recover it. Dinwiddie wide open. open. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Reyes, the pass to Barrett. Inside, Randall. Slammed home, he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
He's so strong, and when he gets that straight line drive, Kevin, he's going to go right at anybody that's in his way to get contact.
Nets trail by 18. They get a hand on it. Hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. Harris kicks to Allen. Jordan, high post. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
The Knicks leading by 16. Pulls up from the corner. And good. He hits it again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Front pass the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Jacks up a three. Barrett, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Outside Jordan. Kicks it to Irving. The high post shot. That one rolling around and runs out. New York's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Outside Irving. From about 19 feet, Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Barrett slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Jordan with out defended by Cauley-Stein. Randall brings the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris inside the line. Kept alive. Here's Allen. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's lights out. It's covered by Irving. Hits. Got that one from Reyes.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Dinwiddie right side. Back to Allen. Irving for 3. But they'll get another chance.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
No good from Reyes. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50% from about 16. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harris. Harris has got his 7th assist here tonight. New York leading by 20. Here's lights out. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Kevin Knox comes in for Julius Randle. Murray's checked in for Ingram. And Smith subbed in for Barrett.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout off tonight. This is a quality win across the board to deliver out punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, will go down as their 48th win.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And we watched one one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lights Out.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too.
They retain possession. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. Knocks the pass to Reyes. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Chiosa. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight.